Hello, everybody. I am your host, Kushan, and welcome to Command Modern Air and Naval Operations. Today, I am going to be playing the just released Korean missile crisis scenario. In this scenario, we are tasked with either as the US or Russians to basically neutralize the North Korean nuclear program. Basically, a UN Security Council resolution passed, and both sides are going in. However, neither the U.S. nor the Russians are actually cooperating. Both have kind of their own goals. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. Please forgive me, Chad, if my voice is a little scraggly. I have been kind of fighting off a little bit of a bug, so if my voice is coming in too low, please let me know and I will up the volume. All right, so today I'm actually going to be doing something a little contrary to me, and I'm actually going to be playing it from the Russian perspective. So, the situation, the UN Security Council has authorized us to conduct attacks on North Korea and to achieve the mission, but within limits. We must destroy the launch systems and the new ballistic missile submarine. But China has expressed concern that we should not enter North Korea with ground troops or threaten to topple the regime. The Americans have the aircraft carrier Ronald Reagan moving up the east coast of the Korean Peninsula, along with several squadrons of F-16s in Korea, as well as F-22s and a squadron of F-35s in southern Japan. Um, South Korea has mainly looks like they're gonna hold their forces in reserve to repel any counterstrikes from North Korea, but they are going to commit probably several squadrons of F-16s and F-15s. That shouldn't be too bad of an issue for us unless we somehow go and piss off the Americans and the Koreans. We're going to try it not to, though. Um, Japan is going to stay out of any offensive strikes, but they are going to deploy a carrier, or a helicopter carrier, I'm sorry, to help search for the SSB, which is basically a diesel ballistic missile submarine. And we get to North Korea itself. They have a large number of older aircraft and is protected by a very dated integrated air defense system. Um, the one advantage they have is numbers. They expect approximately 400 fighter aircraft to defend their airspace. Not sure what I was trying to say there. They will do so very aggressively and vigorously. Expect large numbers of aircraft to attempt to swamp our attack waves with dozens of aircraft, hoping to get lucky. Almost half their force is MiG-21 variety, but they do have about 30 MiG-29s and probably 50 or so MiG-23s. And you can see kind of the breakdown. I'm not going to go through all of this. Um, just kind of touch on the highlights. The one SAM system to worry about is their version of the S300, the KN-06, which is in the northeast near the Russian border. The Navy is amateur and antique, no threat except for newer copies of the KH-35 Uran missile on very old and possibly one new ship. They've got about 10 diesel submarines at sea, and it says that they may basically use their nuclear weapons. They have two systems where the Nodong inter-range ballistic missile launchers and the Sinpo SSB submarine. There are likely 4, but possibly 6 NK-11 missiles, and 2 or possibly 4 land-based missiles have a range of 800 nautical miles, and 2 SLBMs on the Sinpo have a reported range of 1,500 nautical miles, and both have a warhead somewhere in the 10 to 15 kiloton range. Once an order is given to launch, it'll take 4 to 8 hours for them to actually do so. Sorry about that. Our forces. So we have most of the basically the eastern military district at our disposal. Some Su-27s, MiG-20, MiG-31s, S-3 and S-400 air defense systems, Su-24s, Su-34s, some IL-38s in the ASW role, Tu-22s and Tu-142s. We've got some Tu-160 backfires. Some IL-78s in the aerial refueling role, and some IL-20s, IL-22s, and A-50s in the basically in the AEW role. Our surface forces, I'm not even going to try and I think the RKR, the Vareg, I think that's a Kirov class. I don't know the rest of the Russian designations, although I should. Um, we've got some ASW ships, submarine brigade, which consists of 5 submarines. I'm assuming these are probably nuclear subs, but I could be wrong. A couple of them could be diesels. Thus, the Americans have already told us that they will strike, and although we will not cooperate with them, we have no difficulty letting them do what they wish. Their precision targeting will leave holes in the ground, while our strikes will make excellent TV coverage the world over and have a real impact on nuclear production. Your targets are first priority. Find and destroy the weapon launch platforms before they're able to fire. Search areas are indicated on the map. So we've got the Nodon launcher systems and the SINPO SSB. Second priority is nuclear storage site, nuclear production center, research center, reactor, and fuel storage site. Of course, you must achieve air and sea superiority to conduct these strikes. Casualties will be an embarrassment. Once the shooting starts, that madman in Pyongyang is likely to order the launch of his weapons, although we don't think he will fire them at us. We don't want them to be fired at all. You'll be operating within very close proximity to American, South Korean, and Japanese forces. Do not provoke an incident with them. The President would be very upset if it appeared that we had no control over our forces. Good luck, General. I am sure the President will be calling again this morning. In the morning, I hope it is a pleasant conversation. All right, so we can see the new realism setting we have in. This is, by the way, release or service release 7 for version 1.11. Came out today along with this DLC. So even if you don't have the Korean Missile Crisis, you should go and update your game. As you can see here, one of the brand new things in this release is actually directional unit stylized icons. We've kind of had the stylized icons for a while, but the directional ones now actually rotate. So as our submarine here changes course, it will actually be represented. Normally I prefer playing with the NATO symbols myself, but so let's go ahead. So we do know where they've got a lot of SA2 systems. SA2s, SA2s. There's an airbase. So this is the Nodong search area. Lots of stuff over here on the west side of the country, but hopefully I don't think we're going to have to go over there. And what's this? Just some reference points. Do we have an area for submarines? Alright, doesn't look like we are given a patrol area for where the sub is. Oh, Sino search area. Wonder where it's at. Oh, enter these lock points here. Alright. So it looks like this is our search area right here for the ground-based launchers, and then this is our search area for the submarine. Sorry to take a drink there. Throat is still really scratchy. So first thing I'm going to set up, let's go take a look at what missions we already have set up, if any. So we already have some Helix set up in an ASW for our surface group. And we have a bomber marshalling area mission already set up with some Tu-22s and Tu-160s already assigned. So first things first, do we actually have any more Tu? Figured it was worth a look to see if we had anything else. We've got some blinders set up in the offensive ECM role. So it looks like this is actually all of our heavy bombers. That's a shame. I would have liked to have had more Tu-160s. So we'll go ahead and let that mission just kind of tick along. All right, so where is our marshaling area? All right, so marshaling area is right here. We do have radars. Our radars active? Nope, our ground mace radars are not active right now. Let's go and get these ones. And go to map settings. Only show for selected units. All right, good enough. So our bomber marshaling area is right here. Radars are active. I'm gonna go ahead. There is our submarine. What do we have over here? ASW Brigade. We're just gonna have him. A new mission called ASW SSB Hunt Patrol. Oh no, it's not an AS. Go to remove those. Sino search area. Find our service group. Mission and Doctrine, MCON. I want sonar active. I am not worried about giving my location away to the enemy sub. Alright, so that'll take care of that mission. Do we have? Should be noted, one other thing before I get too far into this, it is a one-day scenario. So we have 24 hours to complete our mission. Just looking to see if I had any other ASW assets that were not already assigned to a mission. That's interesting. Oh, it's a May. Never mind. So they are assigned to a mission? No, they are not. Just gonna go ahead and actually set up another mission. Oh, add new mission. ASW Patrol. Call this one the Air. And the reason I'm setting up a separate mission for this is that I actually want my maze to use the 1/3 rule and keep one on station at any one time. Whereas if I just assign them to the other mission, I turned off 1/3 rule just because it was I didn't want anything to get screwed up with my surface units. Keep one on station at a time. On this mission, though, I do want radars off. Alright. So, this group will just go ahead and get assigned to its mission now. I will let the 165 Ship Brigade just kind of continue on its original course. Its radars are not active at this time. I think what I want is to now drop a radar site. Where's their nearest airbase? They got I-1. So there's one of our secondary objectives. Okay. New mission. I'm going to set up our AEW. Support mission. Where's our A50? So we only have, looks like 2 A50s assigned. We'll keep one on station. And oh, I keep doing that tonight. Remove this. There. We'll just hover around that point. Next thing on our list. Okay, so targets. So our first objective is we have to search this area here for those missiles. In order to do that, we are probably going to want to take out those SAM battalions. Let's see. SA2s, SA2s, SA5s. We know that somewhere over here is an S300 battery, but it doesn't look like we have a location on that as of yet. So what I'm going to do, what do we have for fighters? AS-15 Kryptons. These can target radars. Anti-radiation missiles. TV-guided bombs. Alright, SU-27s. Armed for air-to-air combat over there. UNDCM, some more. Alright, so it looks like all of our SU-27s are armed about the same. A couple armed with AS-17 anti-radiation missiles, and then some armed with bombs, general purpose, and laser guided and TV guided. So first things first, I want to create like a corridor. I mean, probably not going to take out all of these SA-11 batteries, but we need to at least reduce them down. Wonder what their range is. Okay, so their range is actually pretty significant. It is this red. So we are probably going to want to take out those at least the SA5. The SA2 we can probably avoid. Yeah, those cover the majority of the area we're going to need to be in, and we'll want to take out that SA2 just for safe measure. So these five sites are our primary target, starting with that SA5 launcher. So for this, I am willing to commit pretty much all of my... Oh, something I need to look at first. This could be disastrous. The strike range of our Su-24s. So 620 nautical miles strike radius. So if we go from there to about the furthest target is about 300 nautical miles. So all of these are well within our range without having to actually tank. Um, all right, so there we go. So I think everything is about set up at this point. MiG-31 Foxhounds, we'll keep them kind of held in reserve for the time being. Su-34 fullbacks. AS-22s. What's their range? 20 nautical miles. Pretty much everything. All right, so with that, go ahead and hit play. And, oh, submarines. Almost forgot. All right, so we have one Oscar 2 over here approaching the ballistic missile area from the south. I am going to run him deep and fast. Okay. So we're getting some radar contacts. All right, looks like mainly like probably US or Japanese based off the location. All right, what's this sub doing? All right, go deep and go quick. All right, so Helix is airborne from our surface group. All right. Su-34s are coming up. All right, any idea? Don't quite know what those are yet. The May is airborne. All right, already detecting some bogeys. I'm just gonna have this keel here just kind of keep trolling. I want to go to just over the layer. So fencers, there's our Su-27s. Where's our Mayad? Oh, they are coming from way up there. So I probably launch these SUs a little early. That's okay. We'll go ahead and take out our SAM sites. So what I want to do, marshal these guys up. If that's the case, I want if our tankers have to come from that far out as well, we should probably get them airborne as well. So some IL-78 Midases. A lot of Elin aircraft. So keep 3 on station at any one time. We have 9, so that'll be 3 flights of 3 anyway. And then Elant Recon. Go ahead and launch. I want to launch a blinder. Launch individually. Internal recon. Alright, they'll get assigned to the sub hunt mission. And get one more of our recon assets airborne. Manually take control of these.